Washington plus 2.5 seems very, very fishy to me. And I agree with that person. Very fishy to me for a team that is on the brink. When one of those top 4 teams loses, this will be the team to move into the top 4 if they stay undefeated. And remember, Ohio State and Michigan, inside the top 4, will be playing each other at the end of the season. So Washington right now, as EC in our production meeting alluded to, if they win out, they're in. He is right. So as I look at my notes, we've got picks from all 3. So where do I start? Well, let's start with the EC side of things, because you believe that this could be the week, EC, that the dreams of Husky Nation could be coming to an end. Talk to me.
Coach, of all the picks on the board this week, this is my absolute favorite, including my alma mater. I love Oregon State minus 2.5. We saw this line open up as with Washington being the favorite, and it keeps drifting more in the Beavers' direction. Now, the last 2 games that these 2 teams have played have been decided on a walk-off field goal won by the home team. Oregon State 2 years ago, and then Washington last year, each by 3 points. But Oregon State at home has such an advantage. They're 16-1 straight up at home since 2021, and 16-1 against the spread at home. They are 12-0 against the spread in their last 12 Pac-12 games. Say that 5 times fast at Reser Stadium. They are 17-6 against the spread total in the last 2 seasons. Washington has been, their play has not been crisp for at least 5 weeks now. I think this is the week they get tripped up. Oregon State 30, Washington 24. Absolutely love it.
Capper Taylor says Corvallis in November. All right, AB. I love nothing more than when you get riled up. I love nothing more than when somebody says, AB, you ain't right. Oh, floor is yours, sir.
Washington has everything to prove in this game. And let me say this. Their trip-up week was last week against Utah, and they still won. That said, what does Washington need to do to get to the college football playoff? Win out. They are going to put everything into this game. I don't disagree. Corvallis, you see that number there for Oregon State playing at home, 16-1 against the spread last 17. That's strong. Also, remember this. The quarterback for Washington is also playing for the Heisman Trophy. And you might say, well, if you look at the odds, Bo Nix is ahead of him. Guess what? He's already beat Bo Nix. All he has to do is win out as well. So you're talking about a team going to the college football playoff, the quarterback winning a Heisman Trophy, and this is exactly the time and the week to do it. Give me Washington State. I'd take it with the money line, but if you're going to give me points, I'll take those.
Whoa. I can't help, Chip, but do you smell that? Do you smell that, Chip?
It's fragrant.
It is fragrant. It smells a lot like a showdown. I can't be sure, but it sure smells that way. Gentlemen?
I mean, AB, if you really would like it, I am open to it.
No. You just said this is my favorite.
It is. It is.
What do you mean if he likes it? This should
I'll
be
go ahead and answer. EC, I'll go ahead and answer for it because it smells like what the snake is cooking. That was a late video drop. Showdown.
I guess hit the music.
Snake is following the rules. Nobody has said play the music.
Snake, hit the music.
I mean, it's gonna be a showdown.
Snake is nothing if not all about the rules. So we got a showdown. Now, here's a little thought. We didn't agree whether it was money line, which AB said he would do, or the 2.5. What's the number?
2.5. No, he gets the points. I'll give him the points.
Okay. All right, there it is. 2.5. Oregon State for AC. Washington plus 2.5. Very fishy, but he'll take the 2.5 points. 30-28 would be awesome. All right, Chip, you and I just get to sit on the sidelines and watch all that stuff happen, which we absolutely love. Now, you also have a pick in this game, and sometimes when you got 2 really good teams, they can cancel themselves out. What do you like?
Yeah, I really like jumping on the total here because I think it's a true coin flip. And on the spread real quick, I think it would surprise a lot of college football fans that Washington's power rating is closer to Oklahoma than it is to any of those other teams up in the top 5. They have flaws defensively, and their inconsistencies throughout the season have had them adjusted in a way that I think their power rating doesn't match their poll ranking, and that's why you see this spread as such. Anyway, let's talk about how you win a football game. Let's talk about how you keep your opponent from winning a football game. Because for all the talk about DJ Uiagalelei, the true heart of this Oregon State offense really is Damian Martinez. The sophomore running back already has over 1,000 yards on the season. He leads the Pac-12. And that offensive line is awesome with the way they're able to move bodies and create space. And when you're running the football, what Oregon State would be doing is limiting the number of times that Michael Penix can touch the football. On the other side, I do think that as your Oregon State, what you're going to be trying to do is see if you can mix up your pressures, get Penix a little bit off schedule, which is where we might see Dylan Johnson, the Washington running back who's come on in the last 2 weeks. We might see a heavy dose of that as they are trying to work the ball against Oregon State. So if I got two teams where it's totally sensible within the game plan that we're going to try to rely on our running backs, then yes, I'm going to love being able to get the under, especially with a key number of 63 in a hook.
Yeah, you can still have 9 touchdowns, and this could still come in. Now, EC, the chat is all over you back in DJU. If only he hadn't stunk at another university. Oh,
and that is EC's principle, right?
Apparently.
Oh, no.
So,
violating your own principles.
I am. But I saw him play in person in Tucson the other week, and he stunk. I will admit that. With that said, Washington's play, as I said, has not been great lately. A lot of close games should have been tripped up already. This is the week DJ rises to the occasion, as painful as it is to say it, plays fairly well and gets the job done.